very positive thing about TruPave in this particular application is that since it was first realized only a few months ago in the North Carolina DOT, we've been successful in North Carolina, we've been successful with the Missouri State DOT, and most recently we've been successful with the City of Palm Desert, all in different regions, different climates, different overlays, but all successful in areas where there was a significant issue with reflective bumps, and TruPave was able to stop them. TruPave provides high strength, dimensional stability, and a thermal insulator, which ultimately results in keeping the crack filler in the crack where it belongs.
My name is Jody Carlson. I'm an area engineer with the Missouri Department of Transportation. Basically, an area engineer is an engineer that's over all the functions in a certain area, and I'm over 2 counties, Buchanan and Andrew counties in northwest Missouri. As far as funding per lane mile, we have the 7th largest system, but we have the 42nd in funding per lane mile, so there's a huge gap between the two. When the cracks start, our main objective in fixing those is to try to keep them sealed up. We'll go out and we'll hand seal them. Normally we try to get that done at least a year in advance, maybe 2. This time we had 9 months at the most. The bumps were caused basically by the filler that was put in the crack to keep the crack sealed up. And then whenever the new asphalt went down on top of that, it activated that material that was in the crack. And so from that, when the roller operators went out to compact that mat, that's when we started to have the problem with the bumps. The problem with the bumps is not only that people feel them when they're driving down the road, but when that bump happens, that pavement is stretched over the top of that bump, and so it's expanded and it cracks, and so that crack begins to form on the apex of that line. And that's where, again, the water problem starts to happen. You get water in the pavement, and either you get the freeze-thaw problem, or else the pavement just starts to get water underneath it, and then the pavement starts to fall apart. The project itself is about 8 miles long, and so this project was done through our Smooth Road initiative. Our objective was to go back and just smooth the roadway up. The bumps throughout this entire section that we were having problems with were approximately 2 inches wide, maybe a ½ inch tall. Once the finish roller got on there, it was immediate. We knew right then and there that we had a problem with bumps. We shut everything down, we got the roller off, we quit paving, we got the contractor stopped and said we need to do something to get it fixed. Matter of fact, you know, we used a 10-foot straight edge and you could get a nickel under each side. I mean, the bump was that tall in a 10-foot stretch. They were certainly visible and people definitely knew it. You could feel them driving down the roadway. One of the other situations that we had to weigh when we were trying to look at the TruPave mat or using a situation where we go through and mill the roadway off is if that roadway's in good enough condition, we hate to mill that additional structure off. The thing for us was really looking at cost, trying to figure out the cost of either doing a milling operation or putting this Type C interlayer down. We knew that the Type C interlayer was going to be more up front than doing the milling operation. We decided on this north portion where we started having these problems to do a 3-mile test section basically. And during that test section on those 3 miles is where we put down this Type C interlayer. And once that final finish roller went through, you know, we were waiting to see what was going to happen, and we talked to the roller operator at that point. Can you feel anything? Do you notice a difference at all? And she stated, oh yeah, difference between night and day. Where we didn't use the TruPave mat, the profile graph showed about a 22.6 index rating. When we used the mat, didn't do any milling, we just used the TruPave mat, our final profile graph numbers came out like a 12.8. So it was night and day between the two sections itself.
TruPave is a perfect tool for pavement preservation to be used in the right pavement at the right time. And the investment TruPave requires to put it into the pavement is much less than the return that the product gives.
TruPave worked well for us, worked great for us. And this location, I'm sure that it's just another tool in the toolbox that we can use when situations like this come up again. We would certainly consider using TruPave again.